You never know how a chance meeting will change your life. While working as a safari guide in his native Uganda, Gerald Mbabazi happened to meet a tour group from Modesto, California.
By the end of the 3-week trip, they asked me to come to school in Modesto, and they offered to pay for my school. And then within weeks, I ended up at MJC, graduated in 2007, and went back to Uganda for a couple of years, and then went back to Stan State.
While opportunity in America was on his radar and helping his home country was his goal, coffee wasn't part of his world yet.
During my last semester at Stanislaus State, I met Mr. Tony Serrano. He had a coffee shop in Modesto, and he asked me to bring him back some coffee from Uganda. So I went for the summer, came back, and brought him a bag of coffee, which he loved. We talked about our community in Kanungu and the work we do with schools. And he said you can do much more if you worked on the coffee to be of a very high quality and export it to the United States.
Adaptability is a 21st century skill of the global entrepreneur who notices when things change and sees it as an opportunity.
At the time, I knew nothing about coffee, and he gave me a 1-hour lingo on all sorts of coffee defects and the export process. And then he sent me here to Temple to talk to the owners and the head roaster at the time. And then I went back to Uganda and tried to do exactly what they told me. I thought it would be a 2-year journey, but it's been a 4.5-year journey so far.
The global entrepreneur with a social goal looks to solve cultural, environmental, or social issues with their business. Gerald needed the 21st century skill of analysis to look at the bigger picture in his community and how he could solve some problems.
It's largely where I grew up. But when I was really little, we were really poor. You know, fetching water, collecting firewood, getting malaria all the time. My siblings, we all got malaria. Now that we are educated and grown, those things have not changed for the majority of the people. And my opportunity to come to school here and have lots of friends here and seeing a completely different life, I thought it would be a worthwhile venture to do the little things. And coffee is a big gateway into that.
With Gorilla Summit Coffee and his partnership with Temple Roasters, Gerald has lifted almost 2,000 Ugandan farmers out of poverty. But it didn't start out well when he first approached them to grow for his new company.
Yes, thought I was crazy, and they laughed and walked away. A few of them believed that we could do it, and I thought we would start with 100 of them, but we actually started with 5 because all the others did not believe.
Gerald went to work teaching the farmers what he had learned in America.
And teaching them about quality and paying them 3 times the premium what multinationals would pay, so that their kids can go to school, pay for healthcare with only a few sales of coffee, which motivates us to scale and do more.
There were a lot of long days, large hills to climb, and a lot of doubt to battle through.
Yes, every day.
Gerald needed the 21st century skills of resilience and collaboration, a belief in personal growth and change by seeing new knowledge and skills as a way of life, not just a one-time thing, and finding what people have in common so they can work well as a team and have shared goals. To his younger self and to other aspiring global entrepreneurs, Gerald has this advice.
You have to know your basics. You have to know your school class basics, communication, accounting, your basic business skills if you want to go the business way.
The shared goals of Gerald's community in Uganda were to lift up farmers in the village with work, pride, and delicious coffee. As a global social entrepreneur, Gerald says the worth of his company is what he now sees during every visit to his childhood village. 2,000
children with clean water, it's amazing. And watching it in real time, it's just humbling.